Well, sometimes all you need is a badass shotgun. Hello friends, hello YouTube, how are you guys doing? Rainbow here with another Nerf mod video. And this time we're talking about Sledgefire LS-68. This bad boy right here. And before we go into the details of what's going on, quick overview as per, starting from the front to the side here. Ooh, that's bright. To the back and the other side, the back here, and to the front again, sort of from the top, kind of. So remember Icicle, the Strife, the really frosty Strife build. This is the second part of this commission, a Sledgefire. And yeah, I know the name's kind of on the nose, but also, you know, couldn't be more fitting in all honesty. So what's going on here? What do we have? I got this. Basically, all internals were already made, so there's a tuning spring in here and everything, and I got asked to make this a fiery shotgun sort of build with additional ammunition storage. So I didn't do anything to the internals, so it's just the externals that we're talking about this time. Let's talk about the bodyworks first before we talk about the paint job. The main thing that I've done to this blaster is the additional storage on either side. And the way this is achieved is I cut down two other stocks from a Sledgefire and attached them to the side. The customer requested that they be modular, so he can take them on and off whenever he needs to, so they're not integrated into the shell. They are on Nerf rails. And the way this is done, it's actually rather simple. So I have integrated rails on both sides. So as you can see, there's a rail here and there's a rail here. And they're integrated really, really slim on top of the shell and actually screwed from the inside so they can't move whatsoever. And once they were done, I then cut down the stocks, shut them with epoxy, and then I've designed a rail attachment that is slimmer than the original Nerf rails, because with the original Nerf rail, it would have been, the thing would have kind of set around about there, and so that would be a centimeter of a gap in between, which I didn't want. I wanted to be slimline a little bit more, so I designed these pieces and printed them, and they are really, really thin. I've glued them on there because they didn't need to be rigid by themselves, because I knew that they were glued onto this piece. So I've glued them on here, and now fit, and they sit right there. And yeah, it's actually a fairly simple design. So he can take them on and off whenever he needs to. And yeah, they're obviously painted to match the blaster. And yes, the blaster is painted underneath because he might be running without them. But this is how I have achieved these things. These shells, by the way, just a little input. These shells are single shot shells designed by my friend Flatten the Skyline, and they're available through his shops. I'm going to link in the description if you want to get your hands on these wonderful two-color printed single shot shells. But let's talk about the paint job. The paint job, well, he said make it a fiery paint job, and I was like, okay. And then I showed him different methods of like how I can do a fire paint job, and then we went, at the end of the day, it's like airbrush and painted flames. So kind of a hot rod style, although we didn't really, well, I didn't at least, didn't really have the hot rod theme in mind, but now it really looks it. But what I've done basically is take this off really quick to talk about the paint job. So what I've done with this is I just, you know, went over with my base coats and the silver, and then I took an airbrush and I gave it this really used metal sort of kind of look with airbrushing just blacks over the top and giving it a bit of a used look. And then you've probably seen the other unmasking video, and if you follow Rainbow Mods and Props on Instagram, you have probably seen the making of this paint job already. I did about 4 hours of masking, masked off all these flames on all these parts, and then there is 6 layers of airbrush in different colors, starting from the really bright yellow over orange tones and reds and everything, so that we ended up with this. And last but not least, a couple of details I hand painted. So the leather that was already on the blaster, as well as here, it's hand painted and shaded. Bits and blacks are hand painted, and then I have a real leather rep right there, which is just wrapped around itself, but it's really, really comfortable. Really enjoy this one. And yeah, the one little thing that you can't see about this paint job, I have added one layer of highly UV active paint. And to show this, I'm going to switch the lights off real quick. So here we are in the very dark. You can hardly see me, but here is my trusted UV light pen. And when I put this over here, there we go, with the flames, the scratching here, the flames in the back, right there, as well as the name, it's Sledgefire. And obviously orange tip, really, really bright and shiny. And yeah, it goes the same on both sides. Ooh, it's getting really dark now. Yeah. The same for the shell holders. You can see here, really nice and shiny. So again, lights back on. So yeah, you can see like this is the last layer of UV active paint. I kind of have to do one of those every now and then. There's not much more to say about this blaster really. I have sealed the paint job the way I normally do with 3 layers of clear coat. So I hope this will last a lot of battles. So that was it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this build. I know many of you have been waiting for this to be finished, and this is it. I am going to ship this off to a very happy customer because he's already seen pictures of that and he can't wait to get his hands on it. And I can't wait to see this in games, in all honesty. And yeah, if you guys want me to build you anything, email for commissions is in the description. So just get in touch, maybe a paint job or an integration or something else. You know, just get in touch, open for commissions. So as always, at the end of the video, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, bell and all that. You know how this works. It means the world to me. Go check out my website, my social media, my Instagram, my Facebook, as well as my Patreon if you want to support me there. Shout out to my patrons. You guys are amazing. And until I see you on the next Nerf battle or somewhere around, stay healthy, stay safe. Love and sunshine.